Hey Turf fans, it is Mr. Smiley here with another Terps Win B1G War Recap. This one a 58 to 51 victory over Rampage crew. So I'm going to show some more attacks. Let's go with uh, Toogs here had a nice one on their number 5. So I just want to mention a couple things while we watch this attack. Pretty nice base here. Um, we've had some of our friendly clans members, give us some, feedback and criticism on, after watching some attacks. And the first thing that a lot of people say on this is, "Damn, that looks spammy as heck." And we've had some people say, look, all you're doing is a little bit of a queen walk, and then you're just basically spamming Valkyries. And the reason that they're probably saying that is because the attack does look spammy as heck. But that being said, and nobody's calling this, this isn't super intricate or anything like that. So it's not trying to say that, that this is the hardest attack ever to execute. But if what you think you're watching here is just, point dropping all of your Valkyrie and your heroes right after a queen walk, then I'd suggest anybody who just try that out and see if you consistently get 3 stars. I'm sure if you have high enough heroes, especially relative to the type of the base that you're getting, you are going to get some spam 3 stars. No doubt about it. Valkyrie plus heroes plus healers plus rages is going to luck you into a couple 3 stars, but that's not why we're doing it. Basically, because we saw the clan do these attacks against us, where before when we had seen Mouse Valkyrie, we kind of just wrote it off as, well, they got lucky there. Seeing, 40 of these done against you made us realize, hey, this is not luck here. It actually does require a little bit of skill and planning. And, it's, again, this is not high art or anything like that, but it does involve, it does involve basics that are going to transfer over to a whole bunch of other Clash of Clans attacks. So once we get Valkyrie nerfed, we're not going to go back to, wow, damn, now we don't have any skills. So, the basics, it's learning how to do a queen walk to kill the clan castle, which works on this attack. It works on queen walk Govaho. It works on queen walk Shattered Goho. It works on queen walk Mass Dragon. I mean, you're learning kind of the fundamental multi-phase attack strategy skills. So you're learning how to do a queen walk to kill the lure. You're learning how to funnel. You do have to funnel properly. You have to clear all the trash around the edge of the base, or you're going to end up with your Valkyrie just going crazy, going haywire, going wherever they want. So in a way, it's a lot. And so awesome 3-star Tug. Sorry that I'm using this as an opportunity to talk over your attacks, but anybody can just mute me and listen to some electronic music if you want. So in a way, in one of my previous recaps or somewhere else, I did compare it to the Jake from One Hive classic, Mass Dragon or Dragloon video where you're doing the exact same thing. And here we can watch Zach. Look, he's going to set the funnel on one side. Half of the funnel, half of the cornering on the funnels is going to be the queen. And here to get the hound killed a little bit quicker, you can drop a wizard or two. You can drop a couple poisons. That's why you have them there. Usually, like I said, I like to have a couple more hogs than this, just because it's, it cuts the corners. When you have like a couple pockets full of defenses. On this base, I can see why he may not have decided to bring some hogs, just because it doesn't have a ton of small compartments around. Here, when the hound pops, you can drop a minion or two. Since he had the 2 poisons, he didn't feel that was really necessary, and he wanted to keep the minions for cleanup. So there you have the Burger King, and you have some wizards. You can also drop about 3 Valkyrie there in order to clear that trash around there. You can also pre-clear by having a whole bunch of archers and minions clear all the trash around the base. And what you're doing is, it's not just a one-sided funnel. It's kind of a race to keep all the Valkyrie inside that base and not run around. And that's kind of the challenge of the attack. Again, this is not, watching a intricate Town Hall 10 3-star that you go, wow, damn. But it's something that it's a replicable 3-star strategy that teaches skills that can be applied to other advanced attacks, and you're getting 3 stars while you're doing it. So you're trying to keep all the Valkyrie in there, chopping up on damage instead of just clearing trash. So it's a queen walk. You kill the clan castle. You set the corners, and then you put all your damage up the middle. And if you don't do that, just like with the Dragoon, you can still end up with a 3-star, but you're not going to do it consistently. More often, you're going to get about 85 to 95% and be like, damn, so close. So it's kind of the devil's in the details in what you do in order to consistently get 3-stars every time. And, from that perspective, yeah, Valkyrie are overpowered, but until we get them nerfed, let's go ahead and use them and prove to everybody just how ridiculously powerful they've become. And this is the way to do it. So that kind of semi-rant aside, really nice job by Zach here. And Zach's another guy who's a really, really solid attacker and lots of other different forms of attack, but I think this attack is the first that I've seen him really use a lot of the queen walk, and he's doing an awesome job with it. And so that's the kind of thing that, right now we're kind of using this period as kind of a laboratory to see what bases this attack works on, what bases it won't work as well on, how we can, take that knowledge to not only improve our attack but improve our defense. What clan castle troops are blocking this attack better than others. So it's a little bit of an experimental lab phase that the entire clan has kind of got behind. And then once we start seeing, look, this isn't a one trick that works on every base every time, then we'll start, incorporating some of the other attacks that we're already good at. And we have, 60 war recaps that show that, we are not just a mass Valk clan. This is just a kind of experimental phase that we're going through. So you can see on DDA, set the queen. Queen's going to take that 9, over towards the 9 o'clock. King's going to start chopping away there. Clan Castle's going to help him. A couple of the Valkyrie are going to head out to, catch that funnel, but he's dropped the wizard and minion that kind of clear that corner over there and make everything go inside. So at this point, if he did have a couple extra Valkyrie, he could probably drop them on that gold mine. There, the Burger King ends up popping out to do a little bit of funneling, and I like that DDA is mixing in here with a whole bunch of hogs. So he's got 11 hogs here, and he's going to get a lot of value out of that. So there he drops that heal to have his hogs run in there. He knows, or he thinks he knows, where the double giant bombs are, and expertly releases the hogs so that they only trip one at a time. There he's got the poison for the skeletons there. And the hogs are just kind of going around. And this one is a lot more of a hog-heavy attack, but if you have, the 16 Valkyries, 4 to 6 hogs can take out a dozen buildings, a dozen defenses, and help with the cleanup, which helps against the time. So don't be afraid to have, a half a dozen hogs as part of your attack here. That's not going to take away too much from the power of the Valkyrie, and is going to prevent clock from killing you. So awesome job there, DDA. There you can see at the end, the Hound finally pops. He has his second poison there for the Hound. He's got both heroes still up, a couple of wizards, and just that Expo that he has to take out, and the King pad. It's not going to take him too long. So great job, DDA. And let's see. I think there was one more I was going to show that was pretty nice. Actually, I think this one was, this is a nice one, and you can see Freaky had another 6-star war with these. Chief, I think, had a 6-star war too. I just wanted to show this one because this one, has become, it used to be this is the base that you can this is your first shattered Gohova base that you can learn how to do that on. It's also a great base to learn how to do the max attack, the Quadquake Laloon, because the 2 air defenses are over here sitting there pretty easily. And, this is also a great base to, that we'll see here to do this mass Valk on, even though it has all these trash buildings and the builder huts in the corner. This is just a bad base that you see all the time, and I have no idea why everybody seems to think that this is such a great base that they want to use. And clans are running 3 or 4 of these. Also, the general. If at any point it used to be a great base, that was a long time ago, and frankly, you guys deserve to be 3-starred easily. But it's bases like this that, as you're trying new strategies, it's interesting to see, what will and what won't work against bases that you kind of know the answer for, that you've already kind of cracked in the past by seeing it just a ton. So here, Freaky's doing a nice job just practicing his queen walks, taking out the first layer of defense. Here he can send a couple hogs that are probably going to go right in there. He might be a little bit concerned that they're going to end up going out at that archer tower. So he's going to start the attack here. I'm not quite sure if this is a cleanup. If it is, then that's a good move in not doing the lure, because with a hound, with so few ranged attacks that can reach the air, you might as well just send in your Valkyrie and your hounds and everything, or hogs and everything in against a hound. And then, like in the previous attack, sometimes you do have to take care of the hound at the end, but by that point, it's basically the cleanup phase, and you're not going to take a lot of damage while you're doing it. So there you can see those big V moats in this base are basically just paths for the Valkyrie to have easy access to pretty much everything. So awesome job by Freaky here. Look at all those Valkyrie just running around. Probably could have dropped a wizard or something just for some archers at those huts. And again, having some archers. This base had all of its trash buildings so close to the base that there wasn't really a ton of opportunity to have archers and minions at the front end. But that's something that folks should start thinking about as we get this into a consistent 3-star strategy. Saving time, prep time at the beginning of the attack may save you time at the end. So do some scouting on where the archer towers are and aren't, and where you can drop archers and only use 1 troop versus 2 by dropping minion and just kind of put them around the base. So another awesome win by the good guys. And until next time, let's go Terps.